السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. maanta waxaan halkan la joogaa mayorka isa soo sharaxaya magaalada Bristol ama duqa magaalada Bristol waxa oo ah Marvin Rees. halkan kaloo ila jooga team waxaa ila joogtayna Rachel. waxaan maanta halkan isugu nimidnay in aanu ka samayno warbaahinta ama media aanu gelino siday mataqaanaa loo fuudo oo registrationka loo sameeyo si aynu u helno haddaynu Soomaali nahay aynu u helno wixii aynu uga baahnayn magaalada Bristol. haddaan iyaroo warbixinaydi ka siiyo Marvin waxa uu ku dhashay magaalada Bristol. waxaanu ku tagay primary school wuxuu tagay Eastern Primary School oo wada garanaysaa Soomaali badan ay geeyeen caruurooda. waxa kale oo uu ku koray Stapleton Road. halkaas waxa inooga muuqda in uu wax badan ka og yahay waxa meesha ka socda iyo dhibta ay Soomaalidu ku qabaan magaalada. loona baahan yahay una noqon doono ninka bedeli doono dhibaatada faraha badan ee ay naga haysata xagga caruurta dibadaha taagan iyo hadday waxbarashada tahay. waxaan doonaynaa si ay arrinkaasi ciddii ku fahmaysa ayaa wax loo dhiibtaa badankeed oo ula noqon karta arrinta. dabeedna waxaan doonaynaa in aydin samaysaan ugu horreynta aad registration samaysaan oo diiwaangelin isku samaysaan intaana May gaarin waayo doorashadu waa May. marka diiwaangelintaas samaysaan kadibna aad dabadeed u codaysaan oo u fowdaan waqtigaasi oo muhiim inoo ah innaga haddaynu Soomaali nahay danteena ayuubaa ka soconaya meesha. community kasta wuxuu leeyahay wixii u daran unbay dadku isku raacaan dantooda guud. danteena guud waxa weeyaan inaynu isku duubnaano in aynu dabadeedna aynu doorano ciddii ina fahmaysa ee dhaqankeena iyo mataqaanaa iyo meeshay caruurina ku koreen iyaguna kusoo koray. waxaan u gudbinayaa iminka Marvin. I'm going to pass on to Marvin and it's going to...
Hi, thanks very much. So it's fantastic to have a chance to speak on your channel. So as you said, this is my area, this is my city. I was born here. I grew up between Lawrence Weston before moving to Stapleton Road in 1978. And my mum still lives there on Beaumont Street now. So it really is my area. My experience was growing up through Eastern Road and St George, which is now City Academy. And that journey really informs the approach I take to Bristol. I'm absolutely about aspiration. I want people who grow up from backgrounds like mine to have as much opportunity to flourish academically, professionally, with their families as anyone who comes from any other part of the city. But that means that we have to put equality and inclusion at the heart of what we do. Otherwise, we create a city that's successful for some people and not for others, which is what we're seeing. Disproportionate levels of unemployment in our communities, particularly around Lawrence Hill Ward, housing crises, people in the private rental sector who can't afford to buy homes but in very insecure circumstances. And we visited a few weeks ago a Somali renter whose son had fallen through the floorboards in her home because of the conditions of the house.
Yes,
the floorboards had rotted.
Yes.
And obviously what we want is genuine access to employment as well. People are starting up businesses on Stapleton Road, but we want those businesses to be citywide, not just on Stapleton Road.
Exactly.
But they've got to have access to the employment opportunities of the big providers in media, technology, green technology as well. So what we would call a genuine, inclusive economy, which is why we're placing such a stress on building homes. We're committing to building 2,000 homes a year by 2020, protecting people in the private rental sector. We're also talking a lot about mental health and making sure that we make an intervention to support children in primary schools all across Bristol to improving their mental health and well-being. And we know that this is an issue in our communities because we're facing health inequalities with all the stresses of life.
Yes.
And so forth. So lots of things we're trying, and also looking at our public transport system. For those that are being impacted with their businesses by RPZs, we're offering an opportunity for all our councillors to review residence parking zones, which is important because we know that some businesses have been hit very hard.
Yeah. And I think I'm just going to Tim is going to also introduce us the way to vote and register. So, on Tim.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Yes, voting is very important. If you want to share Marvin's vision for a better Bristol for everybody, then you can take part by voting. You have to register to vote first, and you can register online. You can www.gov.uk/register-to-vote. So please vote and join the campaign for Marvin.
I'll just add to that, because I think what we don't want to do with this election is just turn up and say, these are all the things we're going to do for people, right? It's really important that we become our own leaders.
Yes.
And I think a big part of what that I would like to do with politics in Bristol is also offer the pathways for people from a wider range of communities to get elected. Yeah. So I came into politics through Operation Black Vote. Black and Asian people are not well represented in politics. How do we make that happen?
Exactly.
So I want to be looking out for young people that I can connect with as well, and older people I can connect with, and pull them into city decision making. Because one person doesn't have all the answers.
No.
Right? But when our leadership looks and thinks differently and understands the city differently and understands it in all its diversity, we will get better decisions and better leadership for the whole of Bristol. So it's really important people register to vote, but also they think about what they could do with me and the Labour Party about coming forward to be political leaders themselves. The city urgently needs that.
That's correct. waxaan intaa haddaba kusii daraynaa oo halkan timi nooga sheegay si aynu u helno ciddii aynu doonayno inaynu u codayno ugu horreynta in aynu isdiiwaangelino. That's number one. And secondly, inaynu haddana aynu fogno taasaa muhiima, waayo ciddii aad taaban karto ayuunbaa mataqaanaa unbaad wax kuu qaban kartaa. Cid aanad gaari karin oo ku fahmaynin markay noqoto dhaqaniyan culturally markaa ciddaa ma gaari kartid. And that's all we have to say today.
Yeah.
And if you need any other information, you can come to the office of Lawrence Hill, Jade Road, and Rachel here. She is going to give you more information and the details that you need. Thank you.